Dexter Season 3 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important. If you weren't caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching Dexter, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be Dexter Season 3, Episode 5. The title of this episode is called Turning Biminese. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. Starts off with Dexter and Rita going to a doctor's appointment, and they see the baby and, of course, get a picture of the baby. And then afterwards, Dexter goes golfing with Miguel Prado. Rita and Sil suggest to Dexter that him and Rita are definitely going to need a bigger home. And Sil says something about Dexter giving up his apartment, which doesn't make Dexter too happy. And Rita sees this and gets upset. Anton gives Deb another lead. The guy that he shows her or brings her to says if you want to see Freebo, you'll have to go see Wendell, who was Freebo's doorman. And he's like a young teenager, maybe 16 at most. LaGuerta holds a meeting confirming another Skinner victim. Soderquist also attends the meeting as he's always in the background. Deb talks to Wendell. Batista asks Deb about when she was on Vice about prostitutes and things about that nature. Masuka has changed his attitude in this episode. He's mad that not one person read his paper. How could they? And it really hurt his feelings. Batista finds where Barbara Gianni is working and actually asks her out, even after what's happened with them and him trying to solicit for sex because she was playing an undercover or playing a prostitute. Dexter says no to Rita's house idea. Then Dexter goes fishing, but he's actually going to kill Ethan Turner as that person meets the code, and this was somebody suggested by Miguel Prado. Batista gives Soderquist instructions on where to go for the day. Masuka comes in and says that they're talking to Ramon, and Masuka comes in wearing a suit and says that the victim isn't the same as the rest to Ramon. Batista and Deb say Masuka's never wrong and that he's the lead LFI, and then he makes a dirty joke to Ramon, and Deb says, and he's back! Thank God, we need funny Masuka. Dexter has a hallucination that his mom is also, or has a hallucination about Harry, and his mom is also in the hallucination. And Dexter says he'll make time for Rita and his dark passenger to Harry. Rita goes to the bathroom at a house that Sil had showed her, and Rita comes out of the house and tells Sil that she's bleeding, and Sil says she'll take her to the hospital. And then at the hospital, Sil is mad that Dexter can't be reached, and then Miguel goes through pulls some strings to try to get a hold of Dexter. Dexter ends up killing Ethan Turner. Not much there. He was just kind of some random person thrown in the episode, but really didn't have much of a focus, in my opinion. Miguel calls Deb to see if she knows where Dexter is. She says she does not know. And then Dexter checks his voicemail after he gets done killing Ethan Turner and gets the word that Rita went to the hospital. Dexter arrives and Rita is happy. Dexter says he's there now. Deb lectures him because he went fishing. Dexter says his place is yours to Deb. So Dexter has changed his mind and is giving his place to Deborah and wants to go forward with finding a house with Rita. And if he wants to give her the house to make her happy. And Deb says what will make her happy is if he's there for the kid and Rita. And then Miguel has found out that Ethan Turner is missing and knows, based on all his calls to different places, that Dexter was most likely on that cruise ship, and he's taking care of Ethan Turner because Dexter does stuff like that. And Miguel's starting to connect dots, I think. And then Dexter's narration says, when Harry saw what he really was, he was repulsed, consumed Lila, but not Miguel Prado. Somehow, he looks at Dexter and he's proud. And that is the end of the episode. So, I mean, it had its moments, but all in all, this episode wasn't necessarily the best. But for season 3, it was interesting. I'm going to score it an 8.1 out of 10. We got some Soderquist in this episode, which is always a good thing. As far as Ethan Turner as a villain, well, he really didn't do anything in the episode, so I'm going to give him a 1 out of 10. These villains in these episodes need to do more for me to, make them a higher score. Like Roger Hicks. Come on, Roger Hicks did a lot. He was featured a lot in that episode, just lying from one lie to another lie like that. And then as far as the character of the episode, I'm happy to say in this episode, I'm going to give it to Vince Masuka, because Masuka was hilarious. Well, not really focused much in the episode, but he had his moments, and I feel since everybody else has pretty much won it, all the main characters at least, that Masuka finally gets his day as the character of the episode. So you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. Of course, if you're a fan of Dexter or Dexter New Blood or anything that's on JDev TV, such as Walking Dead stuff, Lost stuff, Game of Thrones stuff, Breaking Bad stuff, Big Bang Theory stuff, the UFC fight reactions, anything like that, or if you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, either which way, make sure you smash that like button. If you know anybody that would be interested in this, go ahead and share it. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this particular episode. What was your opinion on it? Who would you give the character of the episode to? What was your score? And if you had to rate Ethan Turner, I'm sure you'll give him a 0 out of 10 or 1 out of 10, maybe a 2. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, especially if you're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, sure damn support, and be a part of something special, and JDev will return.